Hey guys, so welcome back to part 2 of making our crystals using the kit that we got from Takealot. Um, if you have not seen part 1, please watch that first because then you can see how we make our crystal. If you have seen part 1, keep watching. Alright guys, so we've now left our crystal in our container for about 5 days now. Okay, so in part 1, if you watched it, we made our solution, everything, and now we are opening it up. Now we are going to look at how the crystal formed, what it looks like. So we have our container. Okay, obviously I've emptied it out already, but you will have your solution inside with your crystal. Please be careful with it. It does stain and it is poisonous. Don't drink it, don't inhale it, just be safe around it. So what you're going to do is also do not stick your fingers in it, don't touch your crystal, anything with your bare hands. If you do want to stick your fingers in, wear latex gloves, right? Any protective glove where the liquid cannot get in and touch your skin, that would be perfect. So what I use plastic tweezers, right? They work perfectly. So you take your jug, you will just lightly grip onto your crystal or push it against the container and you will pour out the liquid, right? Once you do that, you fill it up with water and you pour it out again, and you fill it up with water and you pour it out again. Only twice. That is the only amount of time that you will have to do it, and then your crystal is sorted. Right? You will then leave your crystal in the container without removing it. You will let it air out and dry, and then you can put your lid back on, and it is perfect. Sealed in there, it is protected. You do not need to touch it, and you can then admire it through the container. Okay, so now once we've emptied it out and everything, you will then have your crystal, and it will be in the container with the lid on, and it will look something like this, right? I'm just going to show you over here. That is then what your crystal will look like. It's very cool. Obviously now I have painted mine with nail polish. So once you've painted with nail polish, put on clear varnish, primer, something like that. Anything that can protect your crystal, right? Prevent you from touching the chemicals or inhaling or licking. I mean, once you do it, obviously I'm not going to lick it, but once you do it, you can then lick your crystal. That's perfectly fine. But now because I've put a protective coating on it, I can now touch it. Right, I can touch it with my fingers. Please be careful when doing so. I've already broken off a few pieces. So no, not really a good thing to handle too much because it is also very delicate. Right, so here you can see our crystal that we have now grown. You can clearly see all these little spires, these kind of tower looking things that have been growing up as it's been growing. Oops. Okay, like I said, be very careful. You can see some pieces have been breaking off already, right? But this is what happens when you leave the crystal for 5 days. It looks really, really cool, right? And you can see the bottom where it was against the glass. It's more or less flat, okay? And it's such a cool crystalline structure. Please be careful when fiddling with it because you can see I've already broken off quite a number of pieces, and it's very sad when one of these little crystal spires break off because it takes a part of the character that is this crystalline structure. Right, so now comparing this crystal, let me take all these little pieces away, comparing this crystal to the one that I made while I was waiting for this one to form, I made this one. Right, this is a borax crystal geode. It's very cool and it's very solid. Okay, it's a very solid crystal. So very easy to make with borax. I mean, I can touch this without needing to put nail polish or anything to protect and allow me to touch it because it is essentially soap. Borax is a detergent booster. Right, you can get it at your local, you can get it at Checkers, Spar, wherever. Not expensive at all. You do need a lot of it though. And then you use water and some pipe cleaners. This one took 5 days. This one took 16 hours. So a lot faster, a lot bigger, and a lot stronger. And you can see it looks very, very cool. So comparing the two, this one is a lot cheaper and a lot faster to make. But if you're looking at crystal wise, this one is a million times better because it actually creates naturally. This one you force. So you can see I've kind of created it in a geode form, this hollow bowl kind of looking thing. Right, let's move this out the way. So I created it in a geode form or a geode shape. Now what a geode normally looks like is on the outside it looks like normal rock. Clearly this one is, you can see the crystals. And as soon as you open it on the inside, this is what a geode would look like. To give you an example of a geode, this is one that I bought. You can see it looks like normal rock. This is actually igneous rock that is solidified on the outside, right? And it looks like a normal stone you would pick up, okay, besides this crack. It looks like a normal stone you would pick up and you would just throw around or kick it. But as soon as you open it, it's got a waterfall quartz inside, and this is what the geode looks like as soon as you open it. It is very cool, very shiny. But this is what geodes are. You can see it's also kind of like a bowl. You can stick your finger inside, right? And it is very cool. So this is a waterfall quartz geode. And it fits together almost perfectly. And it is encased in igneous rock. Hey guys, so if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and a comment. Comment on any experiment or demonstration or any concept you would like me to explain or do, and I will get into that. And hit that notifications button so that you know exactly when a new video comes up of a new concept or anything.